Series tonight, and we're ready to go. First pitch to Pena is taken for a called strike. Lance Barrett behind home plate calling balls and strikes. And Pena goes down on strikes here. Flaherty has struck out Jeremy 5 of the 12 times they have met up. Flaherty with the Tigers, but he is one of the few Astros with less than 5 at-bats against Jack. That at-bat will work. Carlos Correa hits one down the left field line for a fair ball. That'll be into the corner, and Carlos will stroll into second with a one-out double. Flaherty can't grab it initially, and that little bobble allows Jose Altuve to be safe. Astros with runners on the corners here with one out. Flaherty looking for a strikeout here. And he gets it. That's a big strikeout with first and third and one out as he gets Sanchez swinging. Low ball 4. That will load the bases up for Caratini here in the first inning. Altuve heads to second. But one of the bigs. This ball hit to center field. The Astros are going to strand 3 as Javi Baez puts it away for the final out of the inning. Up on his number of starts he had at shortstop this year. First pitch from Arrighetti, missing to Keith, and it's 1-0. Freak accident during batting practice in Seattle. 1-0 pitch is hit hard into right field. That'll be down for a hit. Arrighetti, who gave up only 1 hit in his last start, gives up a hit here to the leadoff batter in the first. That's into right field, but Cam has this one lined up. Looks to first, instead throws it back into second. That's the first out of the inning.
Pretty much just saves that for left-handed hitters, but there you go. The curveball plays at the bottom of the zone. The spin gets him the first strikeout of the day. Big one.
Overall 1,076 OPS against Astros pitching. There goes the runner. The pitch is wide. The throw not in time. Short hop pick by Jeremy Pena. Colt Keith has his first stolen base of the year. Only 2 attempts all year. Picks up his first steal. The Tigers don't run as much with this group as Arrighetti gets through the last 2 hitters with a strikeout, getting Carpenter and Green to strand 1 here in the bottom. Schneider can't hold up on that pitch off the plate. That'll be the 3rd strikeout for Flaherty in the first out of the inning. Home plate umpire making that call. No appeal necessary. Lance Barrett said Cam went too far. Back-to-back strikeouts in the inning for Jack and 2 away. And that is a hit by pitch. He gets Melton on the foot on a 1-2 delivery, and Jacob will be a 2-out base runner. Runner goes. The pitch is in. Melton has a stolen base, his 4th of the year in 4 attempts. But Jacob Melton with a head-first slide into scoring position. Jeremy pops one high in the air, shallow center. Out goes Trey Sweeney. In comes Javi Baez. It's Baez who puts it away for the final out of the inning. Has a 14-game on-base streak going starting tonight. And it's now up to 15 as Arrighetti walks his first batter of the night on a pitch chest up. In tonight's lineup, returners from last year, and that one is going to hit Perez on a breaking ball in with the Toronto Blue Jays. That ball hit into left on an 0-2 pitch. Long run for Sanchez, and it is off the wall, and that's in play. Bases will be loaded. Everybody had to hold up, so even on a ball off the wall, that'll be a single. Be rather large here with the bases filled and nobody out.
There you go.
Called third on the curveball. Arrighetti breaks one right on the edge for a called 3rd strike, and that's 1 away. And a ground ball towards short. Pena will flip it to Altuve. His turn in time, double play. Arrighetti works through a bases loaded, no out jam. Called 3rd strike. Correa goes down looking. That's 5 strikeouts for Flaherty and 1 out in the 3rd. He starts
a very good team.
Jose pops one high in the air on the infield. Third baseman Colt Keith waves his arms. There's no one near him, so stays with it for the second out. runs. It's only the second time since they've been tracking home run robberies that a guy got 2 in one game. Sanchez gets robbed of a hit here on a nice play by Spencer Torkelson, and the Astros down in order. Colt sends one high in the air to center field. Jacob Melton in that big outfield in center puts it away for out number 1.
Great. The only people that aren't happy about that are the two offenses.
Yeah, the hitter's not thrilled. No hitters are voting in tonight's Stroh poll. There's a ground ball to third as Gleyber Torres grounds out to Carlos Correa for the second out.
Depending on the situation, but each manager also trying to figure out who's going to come off their bench potentially in those situations as well.
Only the 11th walk drawn by Kerry Carpenter this season. That ball hit hard to center field. Melton on the run, still coming, diving attempt, and he makes a great catch. Jacob Melton takes away extra bases from Riley Green on a great diving catch to end the third. Not been so good, but tonight 3 innings of shutout baseball, struck out 5. This ball on the ground, that's a fair ball down the line. Christian Walker will take the turn and hold up. Walker was thinking that might be a play he had to beat out as an infield hit, so he was running a straight line down to first. And Flaherty gets him on strikes. That is 6 strikeouts for Jack and 1 away in the inning. 0 for 8 in their head-to-head matchups. Hits the ball on the ground to third, could be 2. They go to second for 1. Torres takes his time and completes a double play. Colt Keith to Torres to Torkelson ends the inning. Spencer Torkelson goes down on strike. Spencer Arrighetti picking up his 4th strikeout, 1 away in the inning. Rotation.
That's a good point.
This ball hit well to right. Cam Smith going back, and he does get his 10th home run a few pitches later. Perez just missed his 10th home run on a ball that missed the foul pole. Instead, he hits one into the bleachers in right, makes it a Tigers 1-0 lead.
That was a pretty good pitch to drive. That was an elevated cutter that just came right back to the middle part of the plate. See the location on our MD Anderson strike zone. Cutter, middle. And Perez got around on it and smoked it.
Easily get into the 90s tonight. You would not expect him to throw as many as 100. That's a swing, says the home plate umpire Lance Barrett, and that's strikeout number 5 for Spencer Arrighetti. 2 outs in the inning. Trey gets after the first one and sends one high and deep to right, but this one's playable for Cam Smith on the edge of the warning track for the final out of the inning. And another strikeout for Flaherty. He's up to 7 now as he gets Cam looking at a called third. That'll be a called strike. Melton thought it was in. Instead, it'll be strikeout number 8 for Flaherty, the most strikeouts he's had since July 8th. That total. Jeremy on the ground towards third. Colt Keith, who's learning to play the position, makes a little bit of a wide throw, but Torkelson maintains the bag. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Flaherty. We're inning facing Spencer Arrighetti. Baez puts this one in play. Jose Altuve drifts to his left and will put away that pop-up. And there's one away. Trulia, single on his first stolen base of the year. And now has another hit. This one to right, and it's off the base of the wall. Cam has a shot to throw him out. Here comes the throw. It's wide. And Keith in with a double. Cam had a shot after playing the ball well. But Keith instead with a 1-out double. That'll be up all 4. That'll be the 3rd walk allowed by Spencer to go along with a hit by pitch. Hit hard and a fair ball towards the corner. Tigers are going to get at least 1 run. Torres heading to third. Joey Cora is waving him. The throw by Altuve will not be in time. Heading to third, Carpenter, and it's a 3-0 Tigers lead. 1 out. Green hammers one high and deep to right, and that is well gone. Green's 3rd home run of the year against Spencer Arrighetti, his 29th on the season. And his team leading 91st and 92nd RBIs in the year. It's now 5-0.
2 pitches, 2 swings, 5 runs. Or 4 runs, I apologize. First pitch breaking ball to Carpenter, raked for a triple and 2 RBIs. First pitch fastball to Riley Green. He goes down and gets it and elevates, shooting it out of Comerica. With Torkelson pulling it foul.
A little bit in. That'll be the 4th walk of the night allowed. There goes the runner, and this was swung on and sent into center. That'll be a base hit. Torkelson going first to third since he was on the move. Wencel Perez on for the 3rd consecutive time. Hit by pitch. Trying to figure out a way to get through the inning. There goes the runner. The pitch is down, and that'll be a stolen base for Perez, his 7th steal of the year. Hit hard, diving play by Correa. He'll turn an unassisted double play. Carlos saved 1, maybe a couple of runs, and ends up with a double play to get out of the 5th. On the ground to short, played there by Sweeney. His throw in time to get Correa for the 1st out. Through the lineup.
He'd love to see the Astros be able to climb back into this a little bit.
Altuve skies one behind the plate. Dingler, the catcher, will make the play. On the ground, Torkelson's there again, and again covering will be Jack Flaherty, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. That's 8 in a row sent down by Flaherty. Back on May the 12th at the big league level. This ball sent into center field. Melton going back, still going back. It's over his head into the wall. Trey Sweeney has an extra base hit. He's going to go for 3. Pena's got a shot, but not quite in time. A triple for Sweeney to live up to his name. Trey leads off the 6th. Thinking he was going to get a pitch off the plate. He takes one for a strike. This one bounced right to Walker, who will be able to get Javi Baez for the 1st out. Before being let go, and the Astros picked him up again. This ball hit high in the air, plenty deep enough to score a run. Colt Keith, the leadoff hitter, is going to make it a 6-0 game with a sac fly. That'll be RBI number 38 for the Tiger 3rd baseman as they add to their lead here in the 6th inning.
It's a tough thing to do, is stop the delivery.
Torres draws a walk. Torres leads the team in walks. That is his 62nd of the year, and he has walked the last. Things turned around tomorrow. Astros still have 3 at-bats to work with tonight, but they trail this game 6-0 in back-to-back walks allowed by Taylor Scott here ahead of Riley Green. That's going to stay fair and give Walker an opportunity to get to the bag ahead of Riley Green for the final out of the inning. Base runners. Walker down on strikes. That's now 9, tying a season high for Flaherty, and 1 away in the inning. Flaherty has struck out everybody in the lineup with the exception of Jose Altuve. Caratini sends one to center. Played there by Javi Baez for the 2nd out. Tonight, Flaherty has recorded 10 straight outs, and he is now 0 for 7 against the Astros. At least the Astros are 0 for 7 against him here, 3rd time through the lineup in the major league schedule. Astros with 36 games to play beginning tonight. Rangers had 35 left on their schedule. Excuse me, the Mariners had 35 left on their schedule. Mariners might not gain any ground. This ball hit into left. Jesus Sanchez will put it away after the base hit by Torkelson. There's 1 out in the inning. First time Wencel Perez has been retired. They're getting wins like 80% of the time when Framber and Hunter were on the mound.
Yeah.
And you can't always count, as good as those 2 guys are, you can't always count on those 2 guys to get that many wins. They were close to 500, but a little bit below 500 when everybody else was pitching. That's going to be a 3-run shot by Trey, who follows a triple up with a 3-run home run. Trey scores Trey. and makes it a 9-0 game.
Well, the Tigers are piling it on here in their home city.
Number 6 on the year for Sweeney. And the 2025 struggles continue for Taylor Scott. Gets Baez here for the second out, and that's the first strikeout of the night for Taylor Scott. 1-1 the count to Keith, who has a sac fly and a couple of hits tonight. This might be his third hit, and it will be. That one's about 8 rows deep. That's the second home run of the inning and the 4th run of the inning against Scott. And the Tigers are piling it on tonight. They have 4 home runs and lead this game 10-0. Home run number 11 for Colt. Joe Espada will go out and grab the baseball. Tough return for Taylor Scott. We'll have a pitching change here in the 7th. Got him. Final out of the inning is a strikeout. King getting Torres. They may ask Brian to come back out for the 8th. It's 10-0 Tigers.
It's going to be Troy Melton coming out of that bullpen. Gets a pop out to second base off the bat of Cam Smith.
Melton last played in his career. That was with Cleveland. Is Jacob Melton versus Troy Melton. And in the battle of Meltons, Troy wins this one on a grounder to second.
Place, they're still pushing in the right direction. They're hoping to get a couple of more pieces back, but I think the pitching side is where you kind of worry a little bit. What pieces can we get back to?
Tonight to Hunter Brown tomorrow. Oh, Chaz hit him, and everybody's fine with that. No issue with the slider.
Nope.
How do we get to 1-2? I think he's only thrown. Oh, he dialed it up, and he picked up his first big league strikeout.
82.
Saved the baseball.
Throw that ball out.
They did. He was facing tonight.
You know what that shows me?
What?
Belief in your stuff.
Oh, right off the end of the bat. That does not deserve to be a hit. Chaz is deflated, as that ball was literally off the end of the bat. 3-1 here on Wenzel Perez, and that'll be a walk. But getting back to what we were talking about, plans, but all those guys are at least options that could be available. Oh, this could be 2.
Turn it, Urias.
Second for 1. Chaz gets a bases loaded double play to get out of the inning. Ramon Urias, first one to face him, and he singles through the hole into left field. Urias, just like yesterday, coming on late in the game and picking up a base hit late. Ends today. The Tigers sent Bailey Horn back to AAA Toledo to make room for Lang, who comes off the IL. Dubon flies out to left for the first out of the 9th. Taking second on fielder's indifference is Urias. Urias on second with 1 out. Sanchez draws himself a walk, and that'll put 2 runners on for Christian Walker. That's a line drive base hit. Urias had to freeze, so he won't be able to score. But the Astros will have the bases loaded here in the 9th, trying to snap this 17-inning scoreless streak. As they play in the 8th. Caratini down on strikes. It'll be up to Yainer Diaz to avoid back-to-back shutouts. Last 11 that he faced tonight in 7 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball, and the Tigers will get their shutout tonight. The Astros shut out in back-to-back games as Perez puts it away to end this one. 10-0 final. The Astros lose the opening game of this 7-game road trip. Lauren Callender and Brian Bogusevic will be your host on the Astros post-game show tonight. It's presented by Whataburger. Julian Morales will help out with interviews afterwards. Tough back-to-back games for the Astros. They are shut out for the 3rd time in the last 4 days. 10-0 the final today. Post-game show next.